Ever since Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced at E3 2013, there has been a certain buzz that just wasn't there before with the franchise. Don't get me wrong, Kingdom Hearts has always been a big deal. I mean, due to its unique ability to draw so many popular entertainment properties and merge them together into one neat little package, it's managed to sell over 25 million copies so far as a franchise. But in the almost 17 years that I've been following the franchise, I honestly can't ever remember such a widespread enthusiasm and excitement for the release of an upcoming Kingdom Hearts game. Now, some of this is likely to be because Kingdom Hearts is only released on handheld systems for much of its life since the release of Kingdom Hearts 2 well over a decade ago. But it just feels like there's something special brewing with Kingdom Hearts 3. The stars appear to be aligning. All you have to do is look at the official YouTube channel as evidence. The two most recent trailers have been viewed collectively over 7 million times. The hype train has left the station and it's reaching maximum speed. Before I run through the 7 reasons why I believe you should be hyped though, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, as we'll be looking to pump out more Kingdom Hearts 3 content before and after its release on the 29th of January on the PS4 and Xbox One. Alright, so our first reason is the gorgeous graphics. Kingdom Hearts has always had a rather unique graphical style thanks to the heavy influence of Tetsuya Nomura, but what we've seen so far from Kingdom Hearts 3 has, at times, been breathtaking on multiple levels. Perhaps the biggest achievement in this regard is how seamlessly the different Disney worlds have been integrated into the wider graphical style. This particular aspect has always been a hallmark of the franchise, but for Kingdom Hearts 3, the team have really outdone themselves. Sure, the game doesn't look quite as good as the hundreds of $1 million costing source material, but what we have to remember is that the majority of Kingdom Hearts 3 is being rendered in real time on a console GPU, whereas the productions by Pixar and Disney Animation Studios are pre-rendered on some seriously hardcore gear. We should also bear in mind that what we've seen so far of these worlds in the majority of the trailers is also still a work in progress. And I'd like to highlight just how different Kingdom Hearts 3 looks now compared to what we saw even 2 or 3 years ago. You can see in this comparison that Sora's character model is significantly more vibrant now. He has more fidelity in his hair, and he also has different shading in his outfit. The fact that they've managed to get the worlds of Frozen and Tangled looking so crisp and faithful to the source material is therefore pretty damn impressive, and I'd also like to give special mention here to the Pirates of the Caribbean world. The actors and characters from the films have been faithfully transitioned into the game in ways that just weren't possible before. And I know it's probably not that fair, but the comparison between what we're seeing now and what we saw with Kingdom Hearts 2 is astounding, and it makes me really excited to see what the final product will look like, especially for those who have the chance to experience a visual boost by playing it on the PS4 or Xbox One X. One thing that won't be enhanced by which variant of console you play the game on is the quality of the music we'll get to hear, and this particular area of presentation has always delivered. Yoko Shimomura has been with the franchise since the beginning and has composed some fantastic pieces of music over the years. With Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm expecting this trend to continue, and after hearing what she composed for Final Fantasy XV, I'm extremely curious to see if this influences her musical choices. We will no doubt hear a new version of Dearly Beloved, but given the significance of this particular game, it'll be interesting to see if prominent themes from the previous games also return en masse. Nomura has also revealed that Takahara Ishimoto and Tsuyoshi Sakito, who both worked with Shimomura on the soundtracks for Birth by Sleep, 358 Over 2 Days, and Dream Drop Distance, will again be back to have input on the Kingdom Hearts 3 soundtrack. And as a big fan of Ishimoto for his work on Crisis Core, Type 0, The World Ends With You, and the Dissidia franchise, I'm excited to see what he delivers based on this, especially as Nomura hinted that Ishimoto will have more involvement this time around, even composing some of the game's battle themes. And then there's the 2 vocal themes we've heard so far. Utada is back with Face My Fears, where she's collaborated with Skrillex and Don't Think Twice, and they both sound amazing. Alright, so our next reason is the returning cast members. Even though we've only had 2 numbered Kingdom Hearts games, The franchise is now rather expansive. Over the years, we've had a ton of different properties released, and these properties have introduced waves upon waves of new characters. The original game was, in relative terms, rather simple and clean. But now with nobodies, somebodies, clones, unversed, and heartless, there are so many unique characters with intertwined relationships that we often need relational diagrams to figure out how and why characters are related to each other. Characters like Aqua, Ventus, and Braig will also feature in a main number title for the first time, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm really curious to see how their stories will develop in this regard. We should also see characters from the Final Fantasy franchise appear again, although Nomura has been rather tight-lipped in this regard. He has consistently said that they will be featured, but hasn't confirmed which specific characters will feature or how exactly they will appear. Sure, Kingdom Hearts may not need Final Fantasy characters so much anymore, and Nomura has asserted as much, but some of them, like Cloud, Sephiroth, and Leon, have rather prominent roles, and it'd be nice to see them again, even if it's just to get some closure. As we said in the introduction, the seamless merging of different entertainment properties is also one of the things that has made Kingdom Hearts so great. Whether it's Final Fantasy, other games like The World Ends With You, or the various Disney properties, they have melded them together so well. Which brings us nicely onto the new worlds! Ever since the original Kingdom Hearts released, fans have engaged in rather fervent speculation around which Disney properties should be featured in upcoming titles. Everyone, of course, has their preferred choices based on movies they've had an affinity with. But since the release of Kingdom Hearts 2, the potential pool has become so much greater than anyone could ever have imagined. In 2006, shortly after Kingdom Hearts 2 released in Japan, Disney purchased Pixar for $7.4 billion. It immediately opened the door for the usage of properties like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles in upcoming Kingdom Hearts titles, but none of them appeared in the games that followed. 358/2 primarily reused worlds from the original Kingdom Hearts. Birth by Sleep introduced Lilo and Stitch and then relied on classics of Snow White and Sleeping Beauty for inspiration, and the new worlds featured in Dreamed Up Distance were based on the direct-to-video The Three Musketeers, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Tron Legacy, which was the most recent theatrical property to feature in a Kingdom Hearts game at that point. Since the release of Dreamed Up Distance, Disney Animation Studios also had something of a renaissance with their own productions. After a decade of releasing films that only saw moderate success, they had released a new wave of highly successful films, including Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, and Big Hero 6. With the acquisition of Marvel in 2009 and the acquisition of Lucasfilm in 2012 for just over $4 billion apiece, they could also even call upon the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Star Wars if they wanted to, and Nomura has suggested that they could very well do so if they could sort out the licensing. But given their reticence, there was a fear that Square Enix would again choose to play it safe and rely on Disney classics for their variety and inspiration. Those fears were allayed as 2 years after Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced, the Kingdom of Corona from Tangled was shown off during a gameplay trailer. This was then followed by the announcement of San Francisco from Big Hero 6. In 2017, Square Enix then revealed that the first Pixar world to appear in a Kingdom Hearts game would be the Toy Box from Toy Story, and this would be joined by Monstropolis from Monsters Inc. The crown jewel was then revealed at E3 2018 when Arendelle was announced as the official world of Frozen. Not only that, but with Wreck-It Ralph and Ratatouille also having a smaller presence, it means that the majority of properties that have been announced to feature in Kingdom Hearts 3 will have never been featured in the franchise before. The majority of them also are rather current, with each property or franchise having had something released within the past 10 years. And I don't know about you, but I think it's rather exciting. It also means that properties like Cars, The Incredibles, WALL-E, and Zootopia are still there to be used in future Kingdom Hearts titles, in addition to whatever they decide to do with Marvel and Star Wars. Attraction flow, which is our next reason, also helps to build up the utilization of wider Disney properties, as we'll see the popular rides from Disney theme parks brought to life within Kingdom Hearts 3 in a rather spectacular form. If you've seen any of the trailers, you know how crazy the various attraction flows look, but if you haven't, then the easiest way to describe them is like the traditional summons from games like Final Fantasy VII, 9, or 15. Once activated, you will just need to sit back, watch an epic cutscene, and let the damage rain down on your unfortunate foes. Much like what we saw in Final Fantasy XV, you won't necessarily be able to control which attraction flow you get, as it's dependent on how big the area you're fighting in is. And Nomura explained specifically why they took the decision when he spoke to a gaming site called Atomics back in 2017. He stated that with Attraction Flow, their main objective was to surprise players and give them a rather special visual treat, and from what we've seen, that's very much what Attraction Flow is. So far there have been 6 different attraction flows confirmed, with classics like the Mad Tea Party teacups and Buzz Lightyear's shooting ride taking up some of the assigned slots, and I can't wait to start utilizing this particular mechanic, especially within the context of the game's epic boss fights. Over the years, we've had some pretty amazing duels that were rather epic in both their scale, their difficulty, and their importance to the wider narrative of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm expecting Kingdom Hearts 3 to deliver in this regard too. One of the best examples of this we've seen so far comes from the Rock Titan, who we first saw in the Hades Cup in the very first Kingdom Hearts. It'll be fun to fight him again, as well as the other Titans. There will be numerous parts to this particular fight, and from a visual perspective, it's come along so far since we saw it in the game's earlier stages of development. There's a real sense of scale, and the platform for the battle is also rather unique, as you're attempting to scale the side of a mountain to get up close and personal with the Rock Titan. Attraction flows will also be used in these unique fights to help enhance the experience. With the other confirmed fights also promising to deliver on these aspects, I can't wait to see how else the developers have chosen to create unique, memorable experiences that will act as the showcase centerpieces for the game. Which brings us on to our final point, that Kingdom Hearts 3 will represent a conclusion to the Dark Seeker saga, informally known as the XEHANORT saga. We've known ever since Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced that it would represent the end of the Dark Seeker saga. This particular story arc within the wider Kingdom Hearts lore that started back in 2002 will conclude 17 years later, and having played each individual part of the saga so far, I can't wait to see what they have in store for the game's finale, but I'm also incredibly curious to see what happens next with Kingdom Hearts. Nomura has said that it's not set in stone that the Kingdom Hearts franchise will continue after the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, but given its success to date and the copious amounts of potential tie-ins with Disney and the expected success of Kingdom Hearts 3, I think that it's rather unlikely that it will end. But what comes next? How will our beloved characters evolve and adapt to tackle the new challenges and antagonists that will be thrown their way? And in what format will they appear, and when? Following the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, Tetsuya Nomura is going to have his hands rather full with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, so it also could be a great opportunity for other people within Square Enix to make their mark with the franchise. And with that, my list has come to a conclusion. So yeah, they were 7 reasons why I'm currently hyped to play Kingdom Hearts 3. Are you in agreement, or are there any that you feel we've missed out? As always, let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you'd like to join our growing community, then be sure to check out our Discord server. There's a link in the description below. Why not also consider supporting us on Patreon? You get the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping to support us in the creation of these videos, and we'll reward you by, amongst other things, putting your name at the end of our videos like these guys. Thank you guys so much again for watching. This is Lauren signing out.